live on YouTube. Let me share this with my followers. So if you're coming in, the very first thing that I do want to address is, look at my live stream. Some of my frequently asked questions. So my frequently asked questions. I did a quick video on there today. Okay, let me send this text out. And I was in the gym as I was recording, so I just want to make sure that you all can get a better understanding of answering my most frequently asked questions. So I just decided to make a video. To do that, let me notify everyone to hop on my live real quick. Good evening. As you all are coming in, good evening. A lot of news in the credit world today. So just want to make sure, if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the thumbs up, share this on your personal page as well on Facebook. YouTube, I hit 12,000 subscribers today, right? So great thing with YouTube, 12,000 subscribers. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, Allison, on Facebook for sharing and liking the video. On my YouTube channel, 12K subscribers today. I was just at 11,000, I think last week. So this just gives you some type of idea of how on demand credit is, right? Hello, everyone coming in. So now I'm focused, I'm looking in, I'm situated, and I can get right into the live stream. Now, the very first thing that I would like to cover is my most frequently asked questions, right? Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you so much. My most frequently asked questions when it comes to my services, right? And the number one question I get all the time is, what does the $75 consultation cover, right? What does the $75 consultation cover? I explained it today, but I was at the gym, so I just wanted to be able to briefly explain this again. The $75 is covering, or it covers, it's an investment for you to get a credit analysis in order for me to analyze and view your credit profile, right? To see what changes need to be made to enhance and empower and improve your credit score. Now, I consider it as an investment because there are so many downfalls of negatives of having a low credit score. Now, if you did not know that the credit score range from as low as 300 to as high as an 850 credit score, right? Again, let me repeat this. The range for credit scores range from as low as 300 to as high as 850, right? And so people are always looking for improvements for different reasons, because there are so many different things that you can do with your credit, so many ways that you can use credit to create more cash into your life, right? Or more cash flow, right? And my mission is to help people learn how to use their credit to create more cash flow in their life. Just simply put, that's my mission. Use your credit. The word leverage, Mr. Mentor, he may not be on now. Thank you so much, Keith, on YouTube. Okay, thank you, Keith. He says, just found my channel. He's learning so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. If you're coming in, hit the thumbs up. YouTube love that algorithm, right? And so some people, their credit have different scenarios. It's not that their credit is bad or have any bad reporting. Now, some people it's just the opposite, right? They do have negative accounts, derogatory accounts reporting on their credit report. And their very first chess move, or the very first thing they need to do, is to get those negative accounts deleted, removed, if those accounts are reporting inaccurate, incomplete, or unverified. I go over this a lot, what those three things mean. So you reaching out to me because you have acquired high student loan debt, and for the sake of you not wanting that to report on your credit score, is not grounds enough to get it deleted. That student loan account, this is just an example, must be reporting inaccurate, meaning that the balance across the board for all three credit agencies, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, must show the correct balance. They must show your account details, right? In full. The account cannot be reporting inaccurate with the balances incomplete. And in student loan situations or a scenario, it must be verified, because student loans require an e-signature in most cases for you to obtain. And this is where a lot of people oftentimes, I guess, don't understand. They just want their credit to disappear or to be gone. And once you sign, whether it's e-signature or with your blue ink signature, for a vehicle loan, for a student loan, or you set up agreement terms. Thank you, Facebook, for those hearts for the digital love. Or you set up agreement terms, right, to repay or to pay a debt collector, you have just confirmed that this is your debt. So once you make an agreement terms or you make payment on it, a lot of people have the myth that if I just pay $5 to a debt collector, then they cannot garnish me, right? And so I'm going to just set up this $5 every month. But what they don't understand is that $5 commitment or payment is your agreement to a debt. And I get so many people with collections reported on their credit report, and then they send me an email stating, hey, I received this letter in the mail from a debt collector, and the debt collector has all identified verification information on them, such as their checking account information, their name, and last 4 digits of their social. And then I ask, how did they acquire this information? Where I set up an agreement terms, or I sign an agreement terms to repay the loan. Once you do that, you have entered a contractual agreement, whether you sign a contractual agreement or you send in a payment. Once you subscribe and send in a payment, you are agreeing to the terms and agreeing that this is your debt, and that disqualifies you from getting it deleted from your credit report, because at this point, it does not have to be verified. Your payment is verification. So I hope that makes sense to you all. King Battle L, I think, thank you so much on YouTube. He have a very handsome profile picture as well. Thank you, King, for that $14.99 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, which is, as you know, Black owned by myself, and Black education that I give for free. So whenever you donate to the channel and taking my time to do this or provide this information of education and credit education, then I always appreciate it, because I could be doing an activity that will bring in higher form of income, but I'm giving my time into this. So thank you so much, my king, for that $14.99 super chat and donation to the channel on YouTube. So at this point, once you agree to the terms by either submitting payment or a signature or subscribing to a contractual agreement of repayment plans, then all the laws of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which as a consumer, you have to make debt collectors or any other companies verify the debt. You have just dismissed yourself from receiving the protection of the law, because sending a payment is sending terms of agreement. So the frequently asked question is always, Queen, what is the $75 credit analysis cover, right? What it does not cover is a month-to-month payment plans, right? There's not a month-to-month payment plan. I do have a partnership business that have month-to-month payment options if that's more affordable for you. The $75 small investment allows me to analyze your credit profile to see how Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are reporting your accounts. And if they are reporting inaccurately, see, the Fair Credit Reporting Act law states that everything reported on your credit report must be 100% accurate information, not 99.99, meaning from the spelling of your name to the address that you're currently residing in, even the addresses that you have resided in the past. Every account must be reported with 100% accuracy. Even a balance of $1 off is inaccurate and grounds for removal if that balance is $1 incorrect of the correct balance, or if your account number is incomplete, or if accounts that require some type of contractual agreement, like a vehicle loan, like a mortgage, like an apartment lease or rent, like your student loans, now that must be verified with your identity. And so this is what my analysis break down, because a lot of people have a low credit score, or sometimes they have over a 720 credit score. And it's not all times because of negative accounts. Sometimes balances need to be paid down. You are carrying high balances on accounts, and you need to find ways to find the money, the cash flow to pay those balances down. My analysis will cover that. It will give you the answer if that's your problem or your issue, right? And then it will analyze. Some people want everything negative on their credit report or profile disputed or challenged, right? That's the worst thing you can do, because old dormant accounts are no longer calculating into your credit score. And so disputing accounts that should not be disputed because of age or because it has bypassed the statute of limitations will reinstate or awaken that sleeping, dormant, negative account. And now it can be reactivated, right? Because you have poked a sleeping bear and it was not necessary. And so a lot of do-it-yourself products do not educate or inform you of that. You get a template and you dispute everything on your credit report. Not everything needs to be disputed. There are statute of limitations that have passed, and there are accounts that when it passes a certain time frame, as far as the years go, that are no longer affecting your credit report. Now, negative items are scheduled to remain on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. Bankruptcies, some depends on what type of bankruptcy that you have, right? Up to 10 years or 7 years. But because, and I'm going to use a bankruptcy for an example, it's scheduled to stay on your credit profile or report for up to 7 or 10 years, does not mean that that bankruptcy is being a factor in your credit report or is lowering your score. I have some people that have filed Chapter 7 bankruptcies and they still have above a 720 credit score. So at this point, this client will want the bankruptcy removed because they are trying to get approved, oftentimes for a home or business credit. And having a bankruptcy on your credit report, no matter what the age, if it's still reporting, automatically disqualifies many from being a home buyer or getting approved for business credit cards. All right, so this is what the analysis covers. I give you a diagnosis. I examine and look at your credit report. And then if you want me to help with my consulting services to get those things done to improve your credit score, it involves the quote for my services. So I hope that I answered that question as best as I could. Right. So if you're watching this video, then we're going to change the subject right there. But that's what the $75 analysis investment details. It's like going to the doctor, and you might know that you have symptoms that may be diagnosed as a cold or flu or sinus infection. But when the doctor gives his thorough investigation, it will let you know exactly what your ailment is, what your illness is, and then give you the prescription to combat that illness. So I will let you know exactly what your issues is with your credit profile, and then give you the prescription and my quote through looking at it from the analysis. Another common question I get is, do you have to use the credit reporting monitoring system that I put on my website in detail? Yes, I do, because it's only $1 for 7 days, right? You can cancel, but that's the only reporting system that I use. So L. Johnson says, do we get copies of everything you send in while disputing? No, I do not give copies of my affidavits. That's a good question, but I do not. That's my intellectual knowledge. It's copyrighted. I do not share with you the affidavits, but you have to share with me the results that you receive, right? I don't share the affidavits because I know that people will take them and replicate them, and they've only invested a one-time payment for it. Or they can create their own business from it. Or if they have a future charge off or collection, then I pretty much given them the blueprint, right, to get that done without receiving any financial reward for my intellectual property. So no, I do not give a copy. What happens if you decide to enroll as a client? The next step in that is you have to communicate with me. Sorry, I got a bug or something. Via email, your updates that you are receiving from the credit agencies, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. A lot of people get the large white envelopes in the mail. Some people wait a month, and then they'll say, hey, Queen, I got this in the mail. And I'm looking at the date. I'm like, you received this May 5th. Why am I just not receiving this June 1st? If you want quicker credit results, you have to communicate quicker with me once you enroll as a client, because I'm getting 10 to 20 or more people daily. Also, let's discuss business etiquette before we get into Wells Fargo, auto loans, and Santander. Business etiquette, people, is you understand that you do not text for business communications. I'm putting a time after 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, right? I have learned that common sense is not common. And I understand that you may have a job, and once you watch my video, you may be up, you may be laying in the bed with your boo or whatever, your boo thing, your side man, your side chick, whatever, your husband, your spouse, right? And you can get so excited and you're watching one of my videos that you want to send that text at 10 o'clock. I've even gotten them at midnight on a Saturday. That's not business etiquette. You have a privilege to have access to me through text communications. But if you abuse that privilege, I will only give you access to me through email. Because one of the ways to keep and maintain good credit is to learn business etiquette. And so, again, I am on Central Standard Time. I put that I only want text on my website from 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday to 5 p.m. But I do understand that some people are, just getting off work in the evening. So I do extend that to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. After 9 o'clock, people, there is no business that you should be texting me about at any time over the phone. And on Sundays, do not text me at all, right? This is just business etiquette, right? Because I'm with my family, and that's just my Sabbath day. It's my day of rest, right? So green eyes, back to comment, and that's the email. Right. And you know what? People don't understand that this would disqualify me from working with you as a client. Once I see those trends that you don't understand business etiquette. And another thing, also, someone said text at this point is off limits. You're right. I could really just take the text away because BMS group, I want you to put this in the comments for me. Yeah, he said I need to set parameters. I may need to just take the text access away, period. Because this is business. And at the end of the day, people want you to handle their credit with business and professionalism, but they don't want to handle you with professionalism. And this is another thing I get. I have put into detail on my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. Under the tab Credit Help, it has that once you email me your credit report, right, to allow 2 to 3 business days for me to respond, and right, and that you have to email me your credit report in HTML format, not PDF, because my software is compatible with HTML. I have a video explaining it as well as the written instructions. Now, believe it or not, there are some people who will inform me that I cannot send it. I don't know how to email it that way, or I only have phone. Well, I gave you and can I have a refund, right? I gave you the instructions before you sent payment. I told you had to do it, because what a lot of people don't understand oftentimes is they don't understand that when you do not pay accounts as agreed, people, it's considered a fraud. Let me say that again. When you do not pay an account as agreed, that's considered fraudulent activity because you set up an agreement. Now, I understand life happens, and sometimes people are not always able to pay their accounts as agreed. Sometimes sickness, illness, loss of job. I went through a divorce 3 years ago, loss of a spouse that contributed to income, right? Life happens. I understand that. But what you also have to understand is fraudulent is If I log into your account, even if you provide me with your last 4 digits of your social, right? I legally cannot get your username and password and last 4 digits of your social to pull up your credit profile. So if you don't have a younger niece, nephew, children, daughter, son, someone that's technologically savvy to help you email that credit report, then you will not fit the profile of my client that I work with, because I more than likely will have to work with you depending on your credit situation. Maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months, depending on how bad or what issues have to be challenged to improve your credit. If you can't email the credit report, people, you won't be able to email me the results from Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, which is a requirement to work with me. So if you can't meet the prerequisite or the first step of emailing me your credit report in HTML format, and I have a video, the video is like 4 minutes long, and the written instructions. If you can't find a library to go to get access to a laptop, or your friend that have a laptop access, right? Or you can't find a way to use your smartphone and make it smart by emailing me your credit report, then we will not be able to co-work. See, what people don't understand about their credit, because it has your personal information, that means you have to co-work, and you have to give that information to any business or any person that's helping you to improve your credit. It is fraudulent for a person to log into your personal account information to access that for you, right? So L Cool J says, internet is global with different time zones. You got to learn those time zones, know your hours of operation. You're right. And because the internet is global, L Cool J, I may have to take away the text options if people can't look at, what is Central Standard Time. But usually I don't have this problem globally with someone informing me if because the Fair Credit Reporting Act operates in the United States, not global. So these are people within states. Now, if you're on Eastern Standard Time, then you need to know. If you're on Mountain Time, then you need to know what's my Central Standard, what's my time. In other words, if it's dark outside, it's probably not a good time to text me. Now, if it's evening, that's understandable. But right now, my time is 8:38. Just business etiquette, just all I'm saying. So for me, it's 9 o'clock, because I do understand people work morning, mid shift and night shift. And sometimes when they get the information, they're just anxious. But hold your excitement until business hour, right? All right, business hour. So I hope I covered all that. Another comment I would say is 50-50 when it comes to unpaid invoices. That's why vetting out clients first and filling out small app before we do business. You're right, BMS Group, you're right. You have to vet out clients. Our money is not good money, and our clients are not good clients to work with. I've learned this long enough to be in this game. So you vent them out, make them fill out an application. And my first step is to see, can they follow step 1 and email me their credit report so I can analyze it. And then we go from there as far as what the agreement would be after that. You wouldn't believe it, but I also get people that ask me, for example, and YouTube, make sure you all hit that thumbs up. Again, YouTube love that algorithm. Do I have a payment to payment plan? And I don't, me personally, for my consulting services, because everything that's negative, derogatory, or inaccurate is all challenged at one time. But I do have a partnership company that do offer payment to payment options if that's what you want to work with. And that is $80 monthly investment. All right, Tara says we are too far in technology for someone to be able to send an email. Doesn't matter what format. You're right, Tara, we're too far. And to be honest with you, if you can't send an email with your credit report, then I believe you're a person that I always struggle with bad credit. Because one of the requisites to maintain and keep a high and good credit score is you have to be able to email, make phone calls, and communicate about what's going on with your credit report. Or if I'm not able to make this payment, can I set up a payment arrangement? Will this report on my credit report? See, you have to learn business ordeal in order to maintain a good credit report, right? Oh, Rick, so sorry. Said California, I guess this is breaking news, just had a large earthquake. You all pray for California. Rick said his dishes broke, car shook. Wow. Hey, Kevin. I got to get to Kevin. I see he's on. Kevin, thank you for being on my live stream. Kevin, first thing I got to get to you. This is, you all subscribe to Common Sense Teacher. If you on YouTube, you'll be able to see his profile, subscribe to his channel. He is the man that when you all partnership with me through the home-based business that I refer you all to get those tax dollars, right, through your home-based business. So when you invest in partnership, and just know, even with Kevin, I do not recommend Kevin if you have not legally and ethically and morally kept your membership with the home-based business. Kevin, let me give this testimonial real quick. Kevin just sent a client annual income with 6 figures. I think it was $148,000 a year. This client was so happy, signed up in the home-based business. Kevin, for the first time, was able to get that client $3,000 back in taxes. So this is Kevin, aka Common Sense Teacher. So you all need to subscribe to his YouTube channel. We are planning on in the near future of doing some more live streams together, so we can teach you how to combine your credit and your taxes so you can get back more money out of your paycheck, as well as more money when tax time. Because what you all probably don't understand or don't know at this point, that all of this stimulus money, all of this economic issues that we are having, you're going to see an increase in taxes, right? So you need to be in a position where you're not paying bills, right? But you are paying on deductions. And that's a whole different show. But you need business tax, you need tax deduction. Employee, you only get 15 or 9. I think it's maximum is 15. You have a home-based business, you get 475. Simply means more money, even with the tax cuts. So there's a lot of people next year that's maybe used to receiving $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 back in taxes, that tax rate is going to be significantly cut by thousands, right? So get your business tax deductions. I talk about home-based credit repair business. You can also find it on my website as well. If you want more information about that, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. Okay, so let's get to the next question, topic of discussion. And we still have to talk about Wells Fargo and Santander. Yeah, Bernie said, I want to pay that 80 in 30 days, LOL. Yeah, people want good credit in a matter of days, but it takes them a matter of months to get in that standing. And what I mean by that, I was just telling a friend guy I was on the phone with that people will wait 6 months so patiently not to pay on a credit card. And that credit card for 6 months of non-payment will then turn into a charge off. But they will want that charge off deleted and removed off their credit report in a matter of 60 days or less. They want it 30 days now. So FICO 10 is changing all of that. FICO 10 will happen at the end of this month, beginning of July. New credit score changes. So there were people that were doing what we call credit sweeps. that will temporarily get those accounts hidden from credit reports for up to 30 days. And then the accounts would reappear because they would have false reporting that they were a victim of identity theft, and the accounts were a result of their identity being stolen. So they didn't create the negative account. Someone that stole their identity did. And then after the investigation, right, it will prove that this person is not actually a victim of identity theft. And that could even lead to imprisonment and time in jail. Hello, Lee on Facebook. Lee, I should bring you on my live stream. Lee is a executive senior director in the home-based business, home-based credit repair business. He's on my Facebook channel. Hello, Lee, and congratulations again. Bugsy 400 says, Queen, you are beautiful. Where am I from? I love your accent. Bugsy, thank you so much. I am from Mississippi, so this is the southern accent that you hear from Mississippi. Green Eye said, I'm nice too. I would be yelling at people. LOL, get a separate number and turn that number off every evening. Let them contact you through an email. You're right, Green Eyes. Love that you're working out in the gym on that profile picture. This is 2020, and that may be where I'm headed because someone had let me show this statement. This is such I don't know what he means by that. But let me tell you, this is somebody I definitely wouldn't work with credit, because the foolishness never stops, right? What if you had traumatic brain injury? That means you're either mentally retarded or you're on my live stream making stupid comments like this, Dwayne. That's what that means. All right. So with Gmail, you can now send secure emails and then auto delete. Love it. Okay. Thank you so much. That's the love they're showing for you, Rick, in California. Hope all is well. So Rick, thank you. They're showing you some love with that. You are pray again for California. Dwayne, I'm not hiring an assistant. I'm not doing it. If you can't send me an email for your credit report, then I'm not going to work with you as a client, period. So save your $75. If you cannot do that, I have a video. Watch the 4-minute video before you send that money to get your credit analysis. Because long gone are the times that I'm going to offer refund because you failed to do your due diligence and wasting my time over a $75 investment to better help your credit situation. Common sense teacher. Yeah, we always have the debate. Yeah, cash flow is king. It is. Cash flow is king right now. But credit is queen. You know, that's the cash flow king. But credit is queen. I'm going to show you all how Master P have $1 million, how he's showing people $1 million through credit. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you that video. What's up with the Chase auto loan? Anything we should know? You got $38K left on them. Not Chase. Let me share my screen. It's actually Wells Fargo. Carla is informing me now that some scores are, yeah, that's right. And I'm going to go into right now how Wells Fargo. Oh, let me show you all this real quick. My balance, you all see my live shorts. My balance transfer checks I got in the mail today. Give me 1 second. My cash flow king, Kevin, made that statement that cash flow is king. And this is why I tell you credit is queen, right? Let me make sure my address is here now. This is why I say credit is queen, because it's so many moves you can make in this financial game with good credit. Another PenFed sent my balance transfer cards. This is going to be right deposit directly into my checking account. Look at the terms of agreement. Right? Let me hide my address. 0%. Look at there for 12 months or 0.99% for 18 months. Who don't want credit at this time? Who don't? Hello, Sonia. Sonia is also loan. She's just enrolled in the home-based credit repair business. Sonia is also on. So, hello, Sonia. She just enrolled today. I'm telling you, with FICO 10 already in effect, then why wouldn't you want to be in a cash flow and credit repair business at this time? If people, because of the economy, is going to be dependent on credit. Yeah, Kevin said, oh, wow. Yeah, I tell you, because there's so many different things you can do with credit that, and it recycles and it revolves, right? It's just so many things you can do with credit, and you can use it over and over again if you use it responsibly in the way you're supposed to, and you don't burn bridges, right, with the banks by having charge off on your credit report. 609 is just for people with identity theft. So if you are 609 has been widely misconstrued and miseducated and taught that 609 requests that they show your signature in blue ink. That is not what the Fair Credit Act 609 Act does. It's if you are a victim of identity theft, and it gives you all of your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, if you are really, legally, honestly, morally a victim of identity theft. If 609 worked, then I wouldn't have need, right, for consulting you all. Credit is not one size fit all. It's like a fingerprint. Everyone has a different fingerprint. Everyone have different issues. Everyone has different accuracies reporting, right? And so I don't have a PenFed referral link that I know of, but I do have a Navy Fed referral link, right? Yeah, PenFed did me great today. This is, I have $15,000 credit card. All this $15,000 is going to be deposited right into my checking account. All I'm doing is paying this in order to myself. Some people, you even have to teach them check writing skills, but pay this in order to myself, put the amount 0%, 0.99 up to 18 months. All right, so let's get into the education part. If you're watching on Facebook, you might want to switch over to YouTube right now, because you will be able to see what my screen on YouTube, what I'm showing. But if not, if this is just convenient, you can just listen as I read from the article. Wells Fargo's house loans to most independent car dealerships. So this is mainly for used cars right now. Wells Fargo is stopping, right, or preventing or stopping loans for used cars, right? I think I switched over. So Wells Fargo will stop providing loans to majority of its independent auto dealership. This is mainly used car dealers due to the economic challenges brought on by COVID-19. Spokeswoman said on Tuesday, we are doing everything to help customers, whether the economic impacts of this health crisis. We also have an obligation to review our business practices in light of the economic uncertainty prevented by the C word. Wells Fargo had let majority of its independent dealerships customers know that it will suspend accepting loan applications. Wow. Adding that the bank will continue doing business with customers whom it has deep, listen at this, only customers who have deep, long-standing relationships with. FICO 10 is already here. These banks are not going to lend to risky borrowers. And so if you are one of the millions of Americans who's furloughed or hours have been cut or your pay has been reduced, what are you going to do? Because for so long I have preached not to live off of credit, but to leverage it. But now my message has to change because there are some people right now that they have to live off of credit because of the economic times that we're in. And I've been stating this since January to get your credit up, because just like now, if I needed a way to pay my mortgage up to 15 months, then this Penn Fed balance transfer will help me do it at 0% interest rate until my cash flow situation changes. CNBC reported earlier Tuesday that the lender who is worried about defaults, they're worried about defaults. I told you all that at the end of June, July, your access to credit will be cut off. Has informed hundreds of dealerships last month it will drop them as customers. The bank in April said it has set aside nearly $4 billion to cover the expected loan losses due to the C virus outbreak. The bank in Wells Fargo, the largest U.S. mortgage lender, also affecting mortgages as well, is already offering, listen at this, fewer home loan products. Let me repeat this. Wells Fargo, the largest U.S. mortgage lender. Now, you already know that Chase had changed for you to get qualified to be a home buyer from a 620 credit score to a 680. Now you have Wells Fargo offering fewer home loan products. Scandal-plagued Wells Fargo has unprecedented growth restriction on its balance sheet, which has limited its ability to make loans to help consumers through this crisis. The U.S. Federal Reserve has temporarily and narrowly modified growth restriction on the lender's balance sheet. So that's the news from Wells Fargo. Thank you so much, Phoenix 33. Fabian asks, how to get a late payment off my credit report if you paid in full? Fabian, I will have to, really look at your credit report to answer that correctly and honestly. But let's say that this late payment, because it doesn't matter if the account is paid in full. If it was late, it was late, right? So let's say that this is reporting on your credit report within the last 2 years. Then you will have to challenge that late payment and hopes and odds that it does get reversed. You wouldn't want to remove the account altogether if you have more positive payments being applied to the account than that negative one. So because your credit score is determined from your payment history, right? So if you have 130-day late, you don't want to, as we say in Mississippi or in the South, spite off your nose or cut off your nose to save your face, right? So payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. So if you have more payment history than that one negative payment, you want to keep that positive payment history reporting. Now, if the account is paid in full and closed, it would be more challenging to get that negative payment removed, but you can do it. As a result, I highly advise people when it comes to getting their late payment reversed and not just deleted, to sign up with my partnership business for late payment reversal for $80 a month, right? And I often recommend my partnership business for that if you just want to get late payments reversed, right, and not removed, because it can be time consuming. And I don't want to wrap my time into just that one issue. So I do it through my partnership company so I can handle larger things like collections, charge off, and bankruptcies. But it can be done. Just know if the account is closed, it will be more challenging. However, it can be done. All right, so let's talk about Santander reaches settlement and subprime auto loan. Now, I shared this on one of my videos about Santander, but only 34 states does this apply to. And I'm from Mississippi. Unfortunately, Mississippi was not on the list. As I've read and researched, the information is that Santander is supposedly to, if you qualify, send you information via mail. This is where checking your email comes into play as well. You know, if you are a person that has now subprime loan, real short, sweet to the point means you got charged really, really high interest rate. And that's why, you know, people that advocate so bad, I'm not against you fixing your own credit, but you don't understand the cost that your bad credit is costing you. If you're paying, look, auto loans are at 1.9% interest rate for used vehicle, new vehicles through Penn, Fed, Navy, Federal. If you are paying over 5% for an auto loan, you're overpaying interest. So these, you know, some people were paying double digits, 20%, 25%, 18%, 15%. You are paying for that car 10 times over, which is a depreciating asset. So with Santander, a group of 34 state attorney generals has reached a settlement with Santander Consumer USA over allegedly shady subprime auto loan practices, which could provide consumers with up to $550 million in relief. That doesn't mean you get $550 million. It depends on whatever you're overcharged. Because with Santander, it was just not high interest rates. It was also falsifying information on customers' behalf, stating that their income was more than it was or their debts were less than it was, just to get consumers in these subprime or predatory loan agreements, knowing that they could not afford it, but falsifying information to make them appear to afford it, to get these depreciating assets, right? And paying 10 times over, front loading the loans with just paying interest and not the core balance of the loan. So the bank allegedly violated consumer protection laws and targeting buyers who was more likely to default on risky loans. So they know or knew that you were at risk and more likely to default, and they targeted you. That's what you know, the cost of bad credit. So Santander's will agree to pay out $64 million in restitution to subprime consumers, people who don't have adequate credit scores or history, who defaulted on loans from January 1st of 2010 up to December 31st of 2019. So if you defaulted up to December 31st, 2019 or between 2010, you will be included. Now, don't try to default now. Don't try to default now that you heard. And some people probably are in default due to this outbreak. Honestly, you know, they're not paying, but unfortunately, they don't fall under this restitution lawsuit. New Yorkers will receive $2.77 million of the restitution funds. Consumers across the U.S. who defaulted on their loans and haven't yet had their car repossessed as of December 31st, 2019 will be given their titles, right, to their vehicles and have the balances on their loan forgiven. So that's great news. And it does say up to December 31st, 2019. Now, if you are a consumer or if you have a loan with Santander, it's not saying that if you have stopped paying in 2020, that you will be free and clear of getting that vehicle repossessed. But, you know, there are so many vehicles not being bought right now. Hertz filed bankruptcy. Wells Fargo said they don't even want to be in the used car lending practice anymore. So it would really be interesting to me exactly, how they will repossess if people do default, because it's just vehicles are not, no one is buying new vehicles right now, and they're really and banks don't want to finance to use vehicles, right? So, it'd be interesting to me if they will repossess on people that default in 2020. So people who had their cars repossessed will also, if you did have your car repossessed, get balance forgiveness up to $433 million, $23.4 million of that, which will go to New Yorkers, the officer said. Santander's, now this is the great news for credit. If you have a charge off or anything reporting negative to Santander as a result, Santander has also agreed to help repair consumer credit reports that were damaged by its alleged practices, right? Now, I don't know how they're going to agree with that, but they're saying they're going to agree. I don't know if they're going to pay you for any credit repair service that you might have received as a result. So therefore, if I were you and I had a loan with Santander, even if it's in 2020, and you pay for any credit repair, I would keep records, because you could be reimbursed for that. But it's saying up to December 31st, 2019. But if I had a loan with them now, I still would keep adequate records if this is negative affecting your credit, because you never know what may come in the future down the pipeline. Santander will also pay another $7 million to states and to settlement administration, who will give out the restitution payments. So your state attorney general is responsible for the restitution payments. So if you're in the 34 or 50 states that attorney general has filed for this, you should receive notification. If not, I will go on my state attorney general's website. And that's it for the update on Santander. Now, another thing I want to share with you all, and let's see if you all have any questions. I don't see any questions, just students at this point. If you have any questions and you're on YouTube, go ahead and post your questions. Is this great video that I saw by Master P. Just got a cryptocurrency alert that Stellar is up 10%. Good job, Stellar. I mean, if I want to use this money off my credit card, right? And once I invested in my checking account to invest in Bitcoin and Stellar and XRP, you're talking about 0% interest rate for me to earn or possibly 5 or 10% or greater return on my investment. So that's how you use credit to create cash flow and to invest, right? All right. So let me share my screen. Want to share this. This is my video earlier. It's Master P video. I think it's very imperative. $1 million, right? Master P, spin game and financial education, because people need to understand the power of credit, right? They need to understand the power of credit. So let's push play. Wish I can enlarge this, but I don't. I think this is, let me see. Okay, I did. Gotta learn technology, huh? Practice what you preach.
Yeah, y'all see, I got the Iron Man, so you know what I'm saying? He's a real spaceship. That's that real trip right there. And keep chasing the dreams and goals. Don't work for money. If you don't, I actually have $1 million.
All right, he said, keep chasing your dreams and goals. Don't work for money. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, I'm showing this video on my YouTube channel, Queen of Credit, if you can't see it, right? He said, keep chasing your dreams and goals. Don't work for money.
Keep chasing the dreams and goals. Don't work for money. If you don't, I actually have $1 million in my pocket. Nobody believes. Show y'all $1 million. All
right, so I had to pause that. So Facebook, let me see if I can just flip it to show you. He said, I asked him if he have $1 million in his pocket. Show you that screenshot. I paused it. So let me show you that $1 million. He got an Amex card right there. Boom. That's your $1 million. Right? That's your $1 million. People, you got to think bigger about credit. Credit is just leveraging the bank's money to create wealth or to create more money. You're getting the bank's money out of thin air to create tangible assets. You got to change the way you think about credit and credit cards.
I go buy what I want with that. For real. I ain't got to look behind my back. Somebody steal it from me, I cut it off. Financial literacy and Paul, we come from the hood to Hollywood. Salute to all my soldiers. I love y'all. Keep giving y'all the blueprint.
All right, so he said, hey, he don't have to worry about anybody stealing it from him. You know, they ain't got to worry about stealing his cash. Right? Mr. Mentor, put your quote in. I see Mr. Mentor is on. He said somebody get that Amex card from him. He cut it off. Ain't got to worry about having a rubber band. He's not being a rubber band man in that stash. That's the smart way to carry money, to carry cash in your pocket, right? It's safer than the banks anyway, especially your debit card. Especially your debit card. It can take the banks up to weeks and months to reimburse you on a fraudulent bank transfer. Your credit card handled as soon as you make that phone call. If someone steals your credit card, or you see fraudulent transactions that you didn't make. I love my credit cards. And I get cash back for using them. That's a form of passive income. Mr. Mentor, he calls it leverage cards. What does leverage mean? Leverage is you use something to get access to something you normally wouldn't have. And who doesn't need leverage right now with jobs cutting hours and cutting pay? Who doesn't need another method to use the bank monies to create a cash flow for themselves? All right. Love your channel. I am not understanding why people are using 609 and 611 strategy to remove charge-offs. Exactly. This is not a one size fit all. So, hey, that's antiquated techniques. And that's one of the reasons for FICO 10, because they want to stop. They want to identify people who are falsifying that they are victims of identity theft when in essence they're not. And FICO 10 is going to do that, right? Thank you all so much. So now I'm going to leave this open for Q&A. It is after 9 o'clock my time, right? Any questions about credit? Any questions about the home-based business credit repair? If you want to make money off of credit, if you already have good credit, or if I help you get better credit and you want to use your testimony and leverage that to get money because you know there's going to be a credit. I'm already showing you how banks are crunching down on credit. And people, you got to be a part of great credit unions because banks like Wells Fargo, right? Or cutting, they're crunching down on giving you access to credit. And this is even mortgage loans, number one mortgage lender. And why this is so detrimental at this time, because this is the most affordable credit and cheapest credit that people can get at this time. Yes, that's what leverage is, using other people's money so you can keep yours. That's our definition for leverage. Leverage, I'm gonna write that down. Using OPM, or we can say TBM, the bank's money, right? So you can keep yours and scale. And what he mean by scale your business faster, it just grow your business fast. Get your cash flow in faster, right? Once you use the bank's money, you can, I see so many people, particularly on my Facebook, and they have businesses that they work out of their home. They bake out of their home, right? They sell food products out of their home. And if they had a business credit card, they could get better equipment, not a residential stove cooking equipment, but actual equipment or whatever they need from the commercial standpoint. You can get more orders in, you can bake more cakes, you can, I don't know, fry more fish, whatever that is. Right, Benjamin, credit is the cheapest it's been in 5,000 years. Over 100 million Americans have bad credit. And that's why you're in a situation where you need more cash flow, people. This is the season to partnership in the home-based credit repair business. Now, you may be, if that's not your mindset, then at least get your credit fixed. Because as you can see, all this subprime lender falsifying your information. I'm trying to, it's over with. They know that they've given loans to people in the past that was not credit worthiness. And so they gave you these subprime loans with high interest rates, just like the mortgage crises in 2008. Those were subprime mortgage loans. Now this crisis is going to include the subprime mortgage loans, the subprime auto loans. We're going to have an auto crash. And we're also going to have a credit crisis coming up with FICO 10, right? We're going to lower 40 million Americans' credit scores. I'm not sure if other subprime lenders like Santander, but Wells Fargo is already avoiding it by not now partnershiping to give used auto loans like they did in the past. And what's even more detrimental about that is that vehicles are going to be the cheapest they've been. Hearst filing bankruptcy, they're trying to get rid of those used vehicles, right? New cars that are not selling, they're going to have so much deduction and price reduction on the best vehicles you can drive right now. But your credit is going to prevent you from living that American dream. It's going to lock you out. Real estate is coming up at the end of July. Foreclosures and bankruptcies will happen as a result because for 3 months, some people have not paid on their mortgages in their home. And in July, the balloon payment is going to be due, meaning that in July, all 3 monthly payments as well as that 4th payment is going to be due at one time. So if you're on YouTube, let's try to get 100 people on my live stream. You all like and share the video. At one point, YouTube had me at 1,000, then 300. I see myself growing to 300 one day. So yeah, you have to be able to strike the iron while it's hot and be ahead of the competition. If you want a better lifestyle, people, you're going to either be a part of the poverty group or the prosperity group. As Robert Kiyosaki would say right now, never waste a good crisis. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, never waste a good crisis. Now is the time where the rich will get richer, right? Benjamin Clark, based off your personal credit, what's the maximum amount that you have seen on a personal and PG business card? Now, personal guarantee business card. What happened with business credit cards is they match or mirror your personal credit score. So if you are showing that you have a personal credit card with a high credit limit, that you are paying on time and keeping the balance at a 30% or lower balance rate. So if you have a $50,000 personal credit card, Master P just said he got $1 million Amex, right? Keeping that balance below $15,000, I say even lower, $5,000, is what a business creditor will look at. And they say if you can do that for your personal, then we'll approve you to do business with us and we'll give you a business credit card. So they will oftentimes either match or mirror that 50,000. I like personally Chase Business Inc. is one of the ones I like because Chase Business Inc. does not report on your personal credit report. It's not the only one, it's just one of the ones. And I have that referral link in my video once this is uploaded, right? Right. So much props to Master P, right? And so, yeah, you got to show that you have high credit limit. And this is when the time that authorized users used to come into play, where people will get someone with a high credit limit and they will add that on their credit report. They will pay to add it, but they will pay for 30, 60 days. If their personal credit was in good standing, and they will get someone with a high credit limit to add them and pay for those services as an authorized user. But because FICO 10 is here, authorized users will not be as effective at the end of this month, beginning in July, because FICO 10 will now look at your 2-year credit history and not your 30 or 60-day credit snapshot history. That makes sense. So, how can you find out if your auto loan for 2010 was with Santander? Honey, I will hope you know that. That's just information you got to know, baby. Where did you get your vehicle finance through? Like me, mine in the past, I don't have any vehicle notes now, but it was through Ally Bank. And the other 2 vehicles I paid cash. So my last vehicle was with Ally Bank. So that's how you know who you did business with. All right. Christina David, such great content. I learned so much from your channel. Thank you all so much. And I ought to show you all. Let me show you this. I'm going to post this. I didn't like it, but I got my rims on my BMW. Let me see if I can paint it black. And I got my results back today. And I didn't really like my results. I think it looks like a dope dealer type thing, but I got some friends, especially friend guys. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook now so you can see it. Give me your opinion. And tell me what you all think that looks like. It's gonna take me getting some used to, but this is my car is paid in full. One of my things on my bucket list is to get, yes, Benjamin, never let a good crisis go to waste, is to get a Jeep. I want to be a Jeep girl. And when those prices fall down with my credit and once my cash flow and everything is where I want it to be, you use your assets to get your liabilities, right? So in other words, use your investments to buy your toys, and that's what I'm gonna do. Mr. Mentor, if I drop $1 in my pocket, a person can find and claim it, right? But if I drop my credit card, aka leverage cards, one call protects my money immediately. That's the power of credit. You're so right. What about dropping a permanent primary trade line? Let's say it's $15K on my credit report. Is that a shortcut? What do you mean by dropping it? Like, like if you had a credit card and the limit was high, and they with PenFed, for example, I had a 25K credit limit. They dropped it to 15K. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking or not, but what about dropping a permanent primary trade line? Let's say 15K on the report. Is that a shortcut? Expound to that. Let me know exactly what you mean. It's PenFed personal account. This PenFed is personal. I don't have any business account with PenFed, so that's personal. Do you think it's gonna? Okay, I think I have. Do you have a Facebook? Yeah, I'll show you my Facebook. Sure will. I think I'm maxed out at friends, but let me show you my Facebook. I want to show you out my car. Get your opinion. Paid in full. Keep it well maintenance all the time. And if you can't send me a friend request on Facebook, you definitely Yeah, I meant Facebook.com. I said, did I mean Facebook.com? You definitely want to like my Facebook page. So I got to get used to it. So yeah, this was the picture when I picked it up. I just posted it. It was aluminum, but my all that brake dust, I just got tired of it. So let me know if you out like this. Blacked out rims. But it is paid in full. Let me put that hashtag with. I think a lot of the men said, yeah, so I just got to get used to it. I'm so used to seeing my aluminum rims. So that's my paid in full BMW. So, and also this is my, sorry about that. I think I hit the wrong thing. Hold on, let me go back. StreamYard. Okay, now I'm back. I hit something on my and this is my credit and cash flow page. So I think I'm maxed out of my friends requests. But you definitely can like my page. I upload updates and videos. And while you are on, this is let me show you the private Facebook group that we have. It's not showing my friends, but I think I'm maxed out at 5,000. So this is my Facebook page. This is our private Facebook group for the people that's members of the home-based business. Get private access. We have an income shifting, different people doing different things in the home-based credit repair business. I also know that this is the only home-based business that can get you more money out of your paycheck as well, right? More money out of your paycheck as well. It's called W4 Wealth Strategy. And I think it's another private group. I can't find it. W4 Wealth Strategy. Immediately submit your last two check stubs. Who doesn't need more money out of their paycheck, especially if your paycheck or hours or pay has been decreased? So this is the home-based credit repair business page. Oh, someone said it's nice. Thank you. I like it. It's not too much. All right, black eye rims look cool. All right, thank you all. Black eye rim. All right, so let me answer this question before I get that. Like having a primary trade line put on a credit report of like 15K. Yes, at this point, it will increase or jump your personal credit score. But when FICO 10 becomes effective in phase 1, it will not. And this is why it won't. Because usually when you have those 15K trade line and you're paying someone, you're not getting it from a friend or family member. Yes, make sure you hit the thumbs up on YouTube. They will, or the business that's selling you someone. That's why a lot of AU businesses right now are trade line. One of the most popular ones was wholesale trade line. Here on YouTube are not selling trade lines anymore because it would be ineffective. So there's really a strategy of the past that won't be effective once FICO 10 comes into play and at the end of June, beginning of July. All right, V-Lee says, I only have $500 limit on my credit cards. Should I get a secure card for $1,500 to boost up my credit? I'm just catching a live stream. I don't know. I mean, that's another thing that will require analysis because I would have to see what type of credit cards you have. For example, if it's a Citi card last month was real generous on giving credit increases. You just make a phone call. It wasn't an increase on your it wasn't a hard pull on your personal credit score. Citi Card was great at doing that. Chase was good at doing it. So I don't know, I would have to know what type of cards that you have. At this point, however, if you could join a credit union, being that banks are crunching down on credit anyway, that will be more beneficial to you. So I do have the Navy Federal referral link, right? But PenFed is way easier to join than Navy Fed. Navy Fed has to come through a referral of a family member. You know, you remember Tupac and Poetic Justice says cousins. And so, PenFed is easier, right? And with PenFed and Navy Fed, if you are doing anything and have a direct deposit, they are more friendly to, right, give you lines of credit with them. So that's a secret loophole that I share. So if you're watching the background, this is the home-based business, right? This is sharing the opportunity. And they call it the instant pay raise because analyze your paychecks and they will DFY, done for you, credit repair. And I won't get into long detail, but if you're interested in that and making more money off of credit, right, as well as improving your credit, they will improve your personal credit as well, then this is the link. Also, you can go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. You can go there as well. And it has home-based business information. You click on that link to learn more. And then usually if people want more information, I ask them to send me an email or send me a text message to enroll and join. And most of the questions usually is, how do I enroll, right? The referral link to Navy Fed, yes, it's in my bio. Yeah. All right. Tori, can you get credit while going through chapter 13? While going through chapter 13, no. It would be very difficult for you to get credit while going through chapter 13. So, chapter 7, scheduled to stay on your credit report. Let me make sure I'm correct. Up to 10 years, 13.7. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. How long does it stay? Chapter 7, yes, chapter 7 stays on your credit report for up to 10 years. Chapter 13.7. Most of my people have chapter 7, a 10-year pretty much credit debt sentence. Can you fix your credit if you're doing debt consolidation? Yeah, you sure can. You can fix it while you're doing debt consolidation. Let me see. PenFed, let me check PenFed and see if I have a referral link. I know Navy Federal always send me referral links. Let me check my PenFed. I may have a referral link. I don't know. PenFed referral link. But yes, to answer the other question, you can get your, I do have a PenFed referral link. Look at there. But it's just saying that approved for a PenFed credit card. I'll just put it in there. It says share with friends via email. Your friends apply and approve for a PenFed credit card. It'll give me a $50 Visa card. So I will put this in the video once I upload the referral link, because I don't know how easy it will be for you all to copy and paste this code. But that's showing my PenFed. So back, can you fish your credit while doing that? Yes, you can. And that would be a great thing to do. So I will put this link in the referral. Let me share the screen. This is what it's telling me to do, or the referral link is showing. You have to enter your email, your name, enter my friend's email, comma, space. My friends, you enter my email. Subject line, okay. Import emails. Let me see how this works. Okay. It's telling me to enter your email. Someone share their email with me. Let me do this live. Put your email in the comments and let me refer you. Put your name. No, it's just asking for your email. So this is my email. So just put your email and I'll do this live. Oh, hold on. This. Let me copy and paste your email while we're live, since you all asked me about paying Fed. And let's see how this works. All right, so you all enter your email and then you should get that request. You all put your email address in the comments. You all asked me about paying Fed. So I just see BBOB. That's not a full email. So while you are working on that, let me answer this question. Hi, I'm just tuning in, Queen. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Bless evening and all praises to the true and living God. Can you please go over the business opportunities for me real quick? I'm just tuning in. Let me see. While I'm still waiting on the business your emails to come in. Give you all a couple of seconds. You asked me about the referral. Sajay, just drop your email in the comments so I can send you the referral opportunity on YouTube. And real quick, let me, trying to wait on them. We're going to stop sharing and I'll get into the business opportunity. Man, maybe.
Welcome to MWR Financial, home of the instant pay raise and everything you need to make wealth real. Before we get started, let me ask you a quick question. If I could show you how to immediately increase your income and your existing paycheck, while a team of experts improved every area of your financial life.
All right, so the thing they do first is they immediately increase your income or your paycheck. This is done because over, I think the stats. Well, I won't get into the stats, but 9 out of 10 Americans are overpaying in taxes. Your taxes, federal taxes, make up 6.2% that's being deducted out of your paychecks, right? So immediately, to make it simple and sweet, get an increase by analyzing your paycheck. If you are fortunate enough to still have a paycheck, and if you're not, you know other people that still working jobs and maybe their hours have been decreased or they're furloughed, and they increased to $200 to $600 more a month. That's step one in this home-based business. The only home-based business that I know that does the W-4 wealth strategy by certified financial consultants, certified through and with the IRS, to make sure that you're not underpaying or overpaying in taxes out of your paycheck. That brings money back into your pockets or your bank account.
Life all at the same time? Would you want to know more? Of course you would. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how MWR Financial has created the most realistic, affordable, and profitable way to make all of this happen. However, before I show you how we do this, let's talk about why we do this. I'll start by saying, the system that worked for your parents or grandparents could have you working for the rest of your life. Think about it. How is the system working for you now?
Flip
You know,
this.
the one we've all been taught that says to get a good education so that we can get a good job. And then what? We end up giving 1/3 of our income to the government just to pay taxes. We then use credit to make up the difference or to finance the lifestyle we want, which causes us to give another 1/3 of our income to the banks.
All right, so let me break this down. This is how the system works. You've been told to get a good education, get a good job. Then 1/3 from January to April, January, February, March, and April, first 4 months of the year, most of your paycheck has just been going in taxes. So you give up 1/3 of your income to pay taxes, right? Then you have to use credit to make up the difference. So you live off credit. You don't leverage credit. So now that you're getting in debt, you have to use another 1/3 of your income to the banks just to pay off that debt. So it begins as you using credit. Now that credit turns into debt because you don't use credit to leverage your lifestyle to get assets that will or invest in a home-based business like this that will give you more cash flow and produce an income. You use credit to buy things that depreciate in value. Some people are using credit now just to live because of the economic situation.
Just to service our debts. We're then left with the remaining 1/3 of our income to cover our normal living expenses and the overwhelming task of trying to figure out how to save or invest enough for retirement. Sounds depressing, right? Well, the bad news is you're not alone. According to Forbes.com, the greatest retirement crisis in American history is happening right now. Money Q&A also did an article on why professional athletes are going broke and why you are too, pointing out that these challenges affect everyone, not just the poor and middle class. MarketWatch says most Americans are one paycheck away from the streets. Why? Because it's not just how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. The first step in this process is to help you stop overpaying the IRS. This is one of the biggest financial mistakes most Americans make. We've been conditioned to think that a tax refund is a good thing, and we treat it like a savings account, even though we get 0 interest on our deposits. How crazy is that? Most of us see the word refund on our tax return, but we never pay attention to the part where it says your refund is really the amount you over.
All right, so let me pause here. Your refund, I know it looks good. The amount you overpaid and your tax out of your paycheck, what could you be doing throughout the year to get extra $200, $600 out of your paycheck back into your household? And then still at the end of the year, get tax deductions for your utilities, your rent, your mortgage, things that you're paying every day, square footage of your home or apartment, that would your cell phone bill, your mileage, your depreciation of your vehicle, the maintenance of your vehicles. So you're converting or changing bills into now tax deduction because you're an employee and an entrepreneur.
Paid. Think about that for a second. When are you ever happy about overpaying for anything? If you bought a pair of shoes on Black Friday that was supposed to be on sale and you got home and found out you paid full price, would you wait till the next Black Friday to get your money back? I don't think so. This is why it makes absolutely no sense to give your money to the government all year long, interest-free, and wait 12 to 15 months to get it back. By the way, did Uncle Sam ever thank you for your interest-free loan? Probably not. And that's why our experts want to help you put this money back in your pocket now. And to make it easy, our experts will adjust your W-4 form for you so you don't make any mistakes and you can start seeing this money on your very next paycheck. But it doesn't stop there. Our next step is to help you legally use the home-based business tax laws to pay even less. To qualify, you first need a home-based business with the intent to make a profit, and you must be an active participant in that business.
All right, so those are 2 qualifications. Most people don't qualify for this because they don't have a home-based business. You don't qualify if you have an LLC, an S Corp. You can even pay your children in this home-based business up to $12,400. So a lot of your pricing on groceries are increasing. You're spending money on your kids. Why not be able to use it for tax deductions and tax write-off? So I won't play all of this because it's getting late my time, but they also help in the area of credit as well.
They're not. These savings don't just apply to people with bad credit. As you can see in this example, a credit score increase of just 29 points for someone with an above average credit score could still save thousands on the things they're spending money on every month. However,
all right, let's pause this. This person, 661 credit score, person A, 690 credit score, person B. The auto loan for person A is financed at 9.48% interest rate, APR. This is just a 29-point difference. For person B with the 690 credit score, they have a 5% APR, annual interest rate. They save over $2,032 on the same vehicle. Credit card, person A with a 661 credit score, 9.76% annual percentage rate. 5%, 5.49 with person B. Additional $2,032 because it's $12,000 at 48 months. A mortgage, person A has a 4.626% annual percentage rate on their mortgage. Person B, just 29 point different, 3.982%, saving $40,000. So when people say you can fix your own credit, people, time is money and time is also interest. So it also comes with a credit component as well. Again, the only home-based business that can get you more money out of your paycheck or get your clients more money out of their paycheck if your job has been disrupted.
MWR Financial doesn't just want to help you reduce the cost of your debts. We want to help you totally eliminate them. Why? Because debt is one of the biggest financial challenges for most Americans to overcome.
All right, so then they have Equity Max. After you've gotten out of bad credit, right, then the Equity Max is available. That's in short because the time is getting long. So that's in short about the home-based business. I have the link. Or you can just go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com, and click on home-based business information. So many benefits of this home-based business besides it pays well. Besides, it have 10 ways to pay you, right? And your customers, as well as people that you get that want to be in a home-based business also. Calandria Parker says, my score dropped yesterday. My credit score took a hit, about 30 points, but nothing changed. Is it because of FICO 10? I'm a little confused about that question because you said your credit score dropped and it took a hit about 30 points, but you're still saying nothing changed, but you're showing me that something's changed. So exactly what do you mean when you say nothing changed? All right, so back to PenFed. Let's try this live. PenFed referral links. I see some emails in there. Let's see how this works because I never have tried to use my referral link with PenFed. Refer a friend. Okay. My name. So this is live, people. Let's see if it works. First person email I see. Can I copy and paste this? getfitwithfaye@gmail.com. Okay, I thought I'd be interested. I think you'll love PenFed. Send my referral link today. All right, so this is Get Fit with Faye. Private Life Extensions at Gmail. I'll get you next. Make sure I spelled it correct. So I just got an email that Get Fit with Faye that was sent to you. Oh, I mean, Give me 1 second. Private life extensions. All right. Send email. Success. You should have got your email. Jamar at Eastwood. Ooh, hold up, Jamar. It's pretty long. Let me try Jamar at Eastwood 302LLC.com. All right, hopefully I got that correct. It says invalid email. Jamar. I think I put too many L's in there. Let me try again. Jamar at Eastwood 302 LLC.com. All right, Jamar, got you taken care of. I got you get fit with Faye. You're so welcome. I think that's all the emails that I see. All right, that's my website. So if you need any additional information about the home-based business, credit help, then visit. Okay, I'll get some more emails. Visit my website at www.fix. Now let me do this. I'm gonna do about a couple of more, and then I'm probably gonna log off for tonight because I am getting the notification that you all. This is a notification I'm seeing. Thanks for sharing. They send this out, refer more friends. It's a $50 Visa gift card. So it's not actually $500 cash, but it is a $50 Visa gift card. Tops, BBS. Not Tops, Tibbs. _ Philip at yahoo.com. Alrighty. Success took care of Todd. Let's see. O dog. O dog. 2 G's. 285. And look, I'm not even charging you all a fee for this. And all this just, I put 3. It's supposed to be 2 G's. All right, got you taken care of. Oh, dog. You're welcome. Dr. Max 70 at Yahoo. That's an easy email. Thank you for having an easy email. Dr. Max 70 at Yahoo. There you go. Sent successfully. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mentor. My last one because I'm getting tired. It's my last one. So thank you so much for having my back on it. Let me see. Is this I can't see. I can't see if there's a C. CELBOW cough. People want to do business. Try to have easy emails. Cough. Russell. _ Oh my God, this is a difficult email. If this doesn't go through, then I'm logging off. I'm done. I'm tired. This email is way too long. Just a suggestion for you, sir. Hotmail. Try to get an updated Gmail account and make it don't make it complicated. Nope, invalid email address. It's just too long for me to even see what that means. So, all right, everyone, you're welcome. I'm logging off. The last two people I will get you when I log off, right? Lauren, I will send that to you, and K-Love, let me log off now. I take care of that. Jeffrey, got you in. I'm going to stay logged in, but I'm going to log off, and I'll just send you all these other three. And I will see you on the other side. This is to your peace and prosperity, your critic and your cash flow, and your health and your wealth. Queen or critic out. Don't forget, thank you so much, Nadia B. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the thumbs up, or you can even hit the thumb down, right? Doesn't matter. YouTube just like the algorithm. Jesus, I've been on this live stream for the longest I think I've ever did a live stream, right? No problem. I hope you're fine in California, Jesus. I heard there was a earthquake, Rick said, coming through. Mr. Mentor, you have a great night. It's nighttime now as well. All right. And I see you all on my next live stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, right? And show some love for the free information by hitting the like, thumbs up, and share button on Facebook as well.